it's time to recognize the teachers. And so I'd like to ask Dr. Rita and Dr. Bowers to come forward. Dr. Page has already kind of gave you some instructions on what we're going to be doing here. And we're going to go in order, alphabetical order according to school district. From the Aledo ISD, teaching pre-kindergarten from Coker Elementary School, please welcome Marian Flinchbaugh. Now I'll be reading a few comments from each of the individuals' nominations, sometimes written by a principal or a superintendent, and you can see much of this in your program as well. Marian is both an amazing person and an accomplished teacher. She makes time to connect with parents and keep them an integral part of their child's education. Her passion and expertise reaches throughout the campus as she seeks out and provides counsel and best practice strategies to her colleagues. From the Alvord ISD, teaching first grade at Alvord Elementary School, Kimberly Maag. Mrs. Maag is an exemplary teacher because she treats each student with love, care, and fairness at all times. Mrs. Maag is a dedicated teacher that wants all of her students to be successful learners and feel good about themselves at all times. From the Azle ISD, teaching math and algebra in the 7th and 8th grades from Azle Junior High, Barbara Richardson. Mrs. Richardson has consistently demonstrated the ability to facilitate classroom instruction, which provides her students with the opportunity to be successful. You can go ahead. She is able to integrate pencil and paperwork as well as technology into her classroom, keeping students engaged while learning difficult math concepts. She's also the campus math and science team sponsor. She spends many of her weekends with students at competitions. From the Birdville ISD, teaching social studies in the 6th grade at Richland Middle School, Traci Ratliff. Mrs. Ratliff demonstrates a commitment to nurture learning and development that extends beyond responsibilities in the classroom. She is devoted to personal growth, always seeking new knowledge and skills. Her classroom content is crafted in a manner that's innovative, relevant, and accessible to her learners. From the Bowie ISD, teaching math and RTI specialist in the 6th through 8th grades at Bowie Junior High, Rhonda Parr. Mrs. Parr has masterful classroom management skills, along with strong instruction and student engagement capabilities. She's also deeply involved on a personal level with the events of the Bowie ISD, lending a hand and her time in a voluntary capacity. She's a model of a positive attitude and heartfelt joy while exhibiting a team attitude that is admired. From the Bowie ISD, teaching kindergarten at from the Bowie ISD, teaching kindergarten at Bowie Elementary School, Jessica Bailey. Mrs. Bailey is an exemplary teacher who goes above and beyond to meet the needs of her students and to make learning fun. She takes pride in developing lessons for her classroom that are learner-centered by integrating technology and challenging learners at their varied levels of ability. From the Bridgeport Independent School District, teaching CTE and Auto Tech for Bridgeport High School, Mr. Terry Rye. Mr. Rye is the type of teacher that should be cloned. According to the nominee, he supports his students in the classroom, but he also supports them outside the classroom, recently traveling out of state to watch one of his students compete in a race. Mr. Rye is seen at all school functions and extracurricular activities. In his classroom, he teaches the curriculum, but also teaches responsibility, respect, dedication, and service. From the Brock ISD, teaching math in the 8th grade at Brock Junior High, Bobby Atchley. Mr. Atchley is a very powerful educator. The connections he makes with students are long-lasting, as students are continuously drawn to him. His classes have recorded 100% passing rates, and outstanding advanced achievement scores for countless years. His professionalism and attitude make him an outstanding recipient of this award. From the Burleson ISD, teaching pre-AP and AP Chemistry at Burleson High School, Janice Pyles. Mrs. Pyles is passionate about her subject area. She's well respected and demanding of her students, yet she's understanding and empathetic. Through her use of humor and students' natural fascination with the unknown, she makes challenging subjects accessible to a wide range of students. From the Castleberry ISD, teaching English and Language Arts in the 8th grade at Irma Marsh Middle School, please welcome Julie Cantu. Mrs. Cantu makes her students feel important, respected, and confident. She creates engaging, meaningful lessons and teaches these lessons with a passion and enthusiasm. She's also a strong mentor to all teachers and regularly volunteers her time and energy as their campus UIL coordinator. Got an amen out there from the kiddo. All right. From the Chico ISD, teaching biology and robotics at Chico High School, Brent Hand. Mr. Hand demands excellence from every student all the time. Every lesson he teaches is engaging and exciting. His upbeat and positive attitude is contagious to all he comes in contact with. Not only does he have a great work ethic, he's a team player, which is a quality most admired. From the Decatur ISD, teaching math in the 5th grade at Rand Elementary School, Sonia Holloway. Mrs. Holloway goes above and beyond to develop relationships with students and families. She's what a great teacher is all about. Constantly looking for ways to teach math and new ways that will engage her students. She's a leader in her discipline and supports her peers with her math knowledge as well as her students. From the Garner ISD, teaching response to intervention and accelerated instruction at Garner Elementary, please welcome Diane Shaw. Mrs. Shaw goes above and beyond to ensure all students are provided with instruction that encourages growth. She works with students requiring intervention for academic progress, as well as gifted and talented students who require extension activities. She has created the RGAP program at Garner to provide opportunities for all children to progress as much as possible academically. Our next nominee is not here, but I'd like to recognize from the Grayford ISD, Andrea Hughes. She wasn't able to make it today, and we'll be giving her medallion to her at another time. From the Granbury ISD, teaching science in the 8th grade at Acton Middle School, Scott Carpenter. In addition to his consistently outstanding instruction, his work has strengthened the learning of students throughout the school and school districts. As a matter of fact, he wrote a grant proposal and built an outdoor learning center with about $10,000 the school received. In addition, he directs students in the science fair for his school each year. He also completed two-week trainings in Tyler. He partners with one of the elementary schools and is a Camp Grady Spruce counselor each year. He's also Dr. Eden. He teaches courses in the summer for the teacher certification program at Weatherford College, and we're glad he does. From the Jacksboro ISD, teaching English Language Arts, reading in the 6th grade at Jacksboro Middle School, Linda Colley. Mrs. Colley is an exceptional teacher in many ways. Even though she's completing her 30th year in education, she still welcomes each year and each group of students with enthusiasm and in-depth planning. She works throughout the school year to bring new and exciting aspects to her reading classroom and spends countless hours outside the school day creating a warm, welcoming environment. Very close to those big TRS checks, apparently. So, did you call them giant TRS checks? Huge TRS checks. All right. Okay, the Joshua ISD, Special Education for 1st through 6th grades at Staples Elementary School. Please welcome Tim Wade. Mr. Wade understands the value of hard work in achieving success. He has seen a need to raise student achievement, and he independently researched and became knowledgeable about the benefits of co-teaching. He was able to pilot a co-teach program that benefits both special ed and general ed students. He's not only looked to as a campus leader, but also as a district leader and as an education innovator. From the Lipan ISD, teaching physical education and athletics through K through 12th grades. Lipan Elementary and High School, please welcome Amber Branson. Coach Branson has a giving heart, goes beyond the job description of a teacher and a coach. She also takes on the role of a parent sometimes, big sister, counselor, teacher, nurse, cook, and chauffeur. Now get this, her dedication to her team was indisputably illustrated a few years ago at girls' regional basketball tournament, where she coached her girls to victory, left immediately after the game, gave birth to a beautiful baby girl, and then returned the next day to coach her girls to another victory in the finals. That's dedication. Coach Branson is a wonderful role model for her students as she skillfully balances her family and her career. From the Millsap ISD, teaching history at Millsap High School, Dr. Stephen Edge. Dr. Edge loves people, he loves to teach. Very creative with his delivery of instruction, as well as how the students show mastery of learning. Each student knows that Dr. Edge genuinely cares for them as an individual and cares for their academic success. He's a master of the art and the craft of teaching. From the Mineral Wells ISD, teaching science in the 8th grade at Mineral Wells Junior High, Haiti Cougar. Mrs. Cougar guides instruction through student investigation. When you walk into Mrs. Cougar's science room, you feel as if you've just boarded the magic school bus. Haiti is in the power zone each class period, right in the middle of all the students, never behind a desk, never sitting at a computer. Her extended teaching career in the district is evidence of her loyalty and dedication to the students in the community of Mineral Wells. From the Munster ISD, teaching 3rd grade at Munster Elementary, Diane Endress. Mrs. Endress' 3rd grade math meeting is a sight to behold. Her students are actively involved in finding answers and solving problems to many math concepts. She also has a passion for getting elementary students excited about participating in UIL events. As the school's UIL coordinator for the past 7 years, she has that special knack for motivating students. From the Palo Pinto ISD, teaching physical education, health, and computers from pre-K to 6th grades, Crystal Bean. Mrs. Bean is exemplary because she's very involved in the education and success of all children. She integrates classroom teaks into her PE and computer classes. She's innovative and resourceful in finding new ways to maximize the success of Palo Pinto School's students. From the Paradise ISD, teaching special education, 6th through 8th grades, please welcome Diane Meadows. Diane has the task of providing special education to students across 3 different grade levels and overseeing paraprofessionals attending to the tasks of serving students. She knows each student and their individual capabilities, so every pupil is taught specifically to experience and enjoy their own successes. From the Peaster ISD, teaching English, theater arts, and speech at Peaster High School, Lisa Cockrell. For more than 27 years, this Peaster High School one-act play director and English teacher has continued to inspire her teachers to be risk-takers, problem solvers, explorers, and lifelong learners. She possesses the unique ability to establish a structured yet creative learning environment, both in the classroom and in the theater. From the Perrin-Witt Consolidated Independent School District, teaching special education, please welcome Julia Dinda Weston. Mrs. Weston goes out of her way to serve not only the students, but the district as well. She consistently works to make sure all students receive a quality education by teaching to individual students. She's conscientious about communicating with parents and faculty, so each student is able to have a successful educational experience. From the Poolville ISD, teaching Spanish 10th through the 12th grades at Poolville High, please welcome Paula Clark. The following words were used when describing Ms. Clark: scholar, knowledge, compassion, patience, caring, advocate, sensitive, mentor, humorous, honest, and consistent. Her first priority is student success, and she does everything in her power to make sure that success is achieved. From the Santo ISD, teaching language arts in the 2nd grade at Santo Elementary, Jenny Evans. Jenny Evans is dedicated to her profession. She's the first to arrive at school each morning so she can be ready for her 2nd grade students. She's passionate about teaching them to be excellent readers and works tirelessly toward that goal. Jenny shares her creativity not only with kids, but also the entire school staff. From the Springtown ISD, teaching English, language arts, and reading in the 6th grade, Debbie Parker. Debbie is passionate about what she teaches. She brings that passion into her classroom each and every day. Now in her 20th year of teaching, a very large number of students would attest their reading abilities were significantly improved due to the wonderful teaching and encouragement of Mrs. Parker. From the Stephenville ISD, teaching reading in the 8th grade at Henderson Junior High, Diana Gibson. Mrs. Gibson's passion for the success of her students makes failure unacceptable in her classroom. If a student is struggling at any given moment, she can describe the needs of individual students in depth and then immediately explain the plan she has already put in place to provide each individual student with the tools required to succeed. From Toller ISD, teaching family and consumer science at Toller High School, please welcome Cynthia Raymond. Cynthia's CTE courses include career prep, fashion design, child development, and human services. She also coordinates many events and is the sponsor of several organizations. She has an incredible gift for connecting with the students she teaches. She's a veteran teacher who is always seeking professional development to improve her teaching skills. From the Weatherford ISD, pre-K kindergarten at Bill Wright Elementary School, Jenny Stillwell. Jenny Stillwell was named the Wright Elementary Teacher of the Year and the Weatherford ISD Elementary Teacher of the Year. She considers teaching a calling. She works to build relationships with students to help them be successful learners. She realizes the importance of parental involvement and teaches her parents how to be engaged in their child's learning. And finally, from Weatherford College, teaching U.S. history, Scott Williams. Mr. Williams was the 2014 Weatherford College Faculty Member of the Year. He invests so much time and energy in teaching his classes and his students. His methodologies are innovative, his classes are engaging and challenging, and his students are successful. And that is the 2015 class of the Jack Harvey Academy of Exemplary Teachers. Please give these important teachers another round of applause.